fight begins. The U.S. Navy joins the South China Sea amid tensions. Taiwan and China naval clash. The United States military should not just prepare to surge ground forces to Taiwan in the event of a Chinese attack on the region. And THS United States, it also should keep a small contingent of troops in Taiwan as a tripwire. That's the controversial thesis of a new essay by Walker Mills, the United States Marine Corps captain. He said the United States wants to maintain credible conventional deterrence against a China military attack on Taiwan. It needs to consider basing troops in Taiwan. In Mills' writing, Beijing's determination to reunify Taiwan with the mainland has not abated in the 71 years ago, since the two countries split at the time. Toshi Yoshihara and James Holmes argued in their book Red Star Over the Pacific. Taiwan's return to mainland rule would buttress China's strategic position, and also broaden access to resources, trade, and also brighten the prospects for restoring China's rightful standing in Asia. Walker Mills said, and China's ability to capture Taiwan has improved now, as Beijing ramps up its investment in its armed forces in the region and Taiwan's own military investments flatline. And then, the local balance of forces in East Asia continues to tip ever more in favor of the People's Liberation Army. The United States is legally obligated to help defend the island country, because it refers to thanks to the 1979 Taiwan Relations Act. Assuming the U.S. political will holds, and Washington honors its commitment to Taipei, and the next big question is how United States forces should contribute to Taiwan's defense in the territory. And Walker Mills explained, American naval forces were enough to credibly deter the People's Liberation Army from attempting a cross-strait operation until recently. And most likely won't. The People's Liberation Army rocket forces 1,300 medium-range missiles, and the China modern submarines have turned the Taiwan Strait into a no-go zone for large United States Navy formations. Said Captain Walker Mills, today, the U.S. Navy, and also including Coast Guard vessels, make occasional strait transits, and this is part of routine freedom of navigation operations. However, would be extremely vulnerable if caught in the middle of a cross-strait operation, and would be unable to prevent a cross-strait operation by the People's Liberation Army on their own in the territory. Nor could the American Air Force alone mount a defensive campaign on behalf of Taipei. In the Air Force's mega base in Okinawa, the service's main hub for operations around Taiwan, in the region, is a prime target for Chinese rockets. The People's Liberation Army could keep Kadena closed to fighter operations for 90 days with just 274 missiles in the region, Captain Walker Mills asserted, citing a study from California think tank RAND. In light of these vulnerabilities, the Pentagon's best option for deterring, defeating, and also destroys a Chinese attack is to station ground forces in Taiwan, Mills wrote. The United States troops in Taiwan not only could Chinese military invaders in the region, they also would function as a tripwire, or called as smaller numbers of ground forces stationed to ensure that American forces quickly become directly involved in a potential adversary invasion. And Mills also explained, it would be extremely unlikely that the United States government would not commit to a larger conflict after the U.S. military ground forces were engaged in Taiwan, Mills said.